Bet you didn't know summer could get this creepy. Ditch the pool, grab your drills. We're diamond painting in the shadows tonight. Each canvas sparkles with a hint of dread. Sun blazing outside, darkness creeping in. Ready to turn your staycation into a summer scare? Hit subscribe and let's paint the shadows together.
In the world of diamond painting, not everything is as sparkly as it seems. Some stories are weird, some are wonderful, and some, well, some shouldn't exist at all. Welcome to Fact or Fiction Diamond Art Edition, where the drills may be real, but the stories? That's up to you to figure out. Each episode, I'll share tales from the depths of the crafting community. Some absolutely true. Others stitched together from nightmares, rumors, and a little creative chaos. Your job is guess which ones are legit and which ones are just glitter-covered lies. Think you know your DMCs from your BS? Let's find out. But be warned, just because a story is fake doesn't mean it hasn't happened to someone, somewhere. So grab your pen, your tray, crack that wax, and let's dive into another chilling round of Fact or Fiction. Welcome back, creepy crafters, to Fact or Fiction Diamond Art Edition, the game where your favorite relaxing hobby gets a dark and glittery twist, and nothing is as it seems. Last episode, I shared with you 4 spooky and strange stories from the diamond painting world. Some of you were dead on with your guesses. Others, not so much. Let's break down the results from episode number 1. Story number 1 was The Haunted Canvas. What was your guess? Fact or fiction? If you guessed fact, you were very wrong. This was totally a fictional tale, completely made up. No canvas has ever downloaded itself onto a smart TV yet. How'd we do on that one? How many of you got that one right? I'd love to know. But what about story number 2, The Disappearing Kit? That story, if you guessed that it was factual, you were dead on. That one was completely true. Yes, a blank mystery kit drama really did occur. Some even drilled them blind. What? Interesting, right? Yeah, true story. Blank mystery canvases. Canvases with no symbols on them whatsoever. It really happened. I'm curious, what would you have done if you didn't answer last time? I'd love to know this time. What would you have done if you'd gotten that kit? Would you have returned it and gotten like the actual mystery kit reprint that it was supposed to be? Or would you have created your own situation with the drills provided? Okay, well, this is supposed to be a mystery kit of a secret garden. I've got the drills with all the requisite colors. Let me just make my own secret garden and see how it turns out. I wouldn't have even ordered a secret garden mystery kit in the first place. But if it had been a horror one, no, I am not artistic whatsoever. And I would have needed the guidance of an actual canvas with symbols. So yeah, I would have returned mine and gotten a new one. Maybe. But man, depending on how big it was and stuff, blank canvases for testing purposes and how-to guides and stuff, videos like that, might have been worth it to keep it for that reason. It depends. It depends on what the genre was and the company was and how jazzed I was for it. If it was just kind of like one of those things like, I might have kept it for other purposes, but definitely wouldn't have tried to make my own art out of it. All right, you guys, how about story number 3? Code in the confetti. Remember there's that binary code that somebody figured out and translated into saying the warning behind you? It's a famous horror artist that created the canvas, hid the code, then they both disappeared. That story? How did you go on that one? Was that one factual or was that total BS? Well, if you guessed that it was total BS, ding, 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 your BS detector is on cue because, yeah, totally made up. As much as I'd love to say that someone cracked some kind of binary code or hidden coded message in a diamond painting canvas, I mean, we've all seen, we share screenshots all the time where the canvas, calls us names or has dirty words in there or curse words or innuendo. So we know it happens, right? But a binary code, though, no, didn't happen. Pure fabrication. And the fourth story, the last story from yesterday, the unicorn drill, if you will, the fire opal. Was the fire opal a real thing? What do you think? How many of you guessed that that was a factual story? Well, if you guessed it was factual, I'm sorry to tell you that your friends who guessed fiction were totally wrong because it did happen. It was a fact. Very real story. That limited run drill still lives in the legend book and in some hoard stashes. So how'd you score? Did you get a 4 out of 4? Or were you bamboozled by glitter again? Let's dive in to episode 2 with 4 more new twisted tales. Some will be true and some will be false, but all of them a touch of unsettling in there. Time to ask yourself again, is this fact or fiction? Let's go. Story 1. The canvas that bled. Oh boy. It started like any other late night drill session. Hot tea, a horror movie, and a gorgeous blood-splattered horror canvas that was picked up from a small Etsy shop. But when the painter spilled a tray of red drills onto the adhesive, she noticed something a little weird. The drills were sticking fine, but her fingers were stained from picking up the drills. She wiped them with a tissue, and the tissue came away with red smears. So she's trying to clean up her hands. The red staining on her hands, and it's wiping off on other surfaces like tissues and cloths. Red smears. She checked for cuts on her hands. None. And the red didn't smell like glue or wax. It smelled, kind of metallic. I know where this is going. Oy. That night, she had nightmares of red hands reaching through the glue of the canvas. The next day, more drills appeared to be changing color, darkening, as if reacting to her touch. On night 3, her canvas felt warm when she touched it. She stopped, rolled it up, sealed it away in a tote. Totally creeped out. Drills that, when spilled and you try to pick them up, they're staying in your hand red. You're trying to wipe it off and it's smearing everywhere. And it smelled metallic. The red goo, the red liquid, the red ooze smelled metallic. We're having nightmares about bloody hands. This can't be good. Yeah, I would roll up the canvas and seal it in a tote too. Yeah, 100%. Maybe even go outside and burn it. Weeks later, she checked on that canvas and every single drill had fallen off. Every one. The canvas was pristine white, as if nothing had ever been placed on it at all. No residue, no blood, just silence. A cursed canvas or an overactive imagination? What do you believe? Take your guess in the comments down below. Are you ready for our second story? Let's get into it. Story number 2, the stolen art scandal. Now, this one's not spooky. This one's more scandalous. In 2021, a well-known shop got blasted across multiple crafting groups when people noticed something shady. What shadiness did they notice, you may ask? Well, several mystery canvases looked just a little too familiar. As in direct copies of well-known digital art. Dun dun dun! Uh-oh. Turns out the shop had not licensed anything. Some of the images were traced and others straight up, flat out stolen. Uh-oh. Like this canvas just stole a drill and put it in the wrong place. And when fans of those artists reached out, as you can guess, with this community, like in general, with the diamond painting community, drama exploded everywhere. Oh boy, this was like the drama of the century. This was big deal drama, right? Instead of fessing up, the shop who pulled this shenanigery, if you will, they pulled a who? Us? No. What? I don't know what you're talking about. We didn't do anything wrong. What are you talking? Stolen art? No, not us. We would never do something like that. They pulled that routine, quietly renamed the kits, and blocked anyone who asked questions. Boy, this sounds awful familiar. This sounds a lot like a diamond painting company a lot of us know. Where have we heard this behavior before? Bonus question. Don't answer that. You don't have to answer that. We all know. I just heard you all say it collectively, out loud, in a whisper, in your head, but I heard it. We all know who this sounds like. Could it be? Maybe. That's up to you to decide, but I know who this sounds like. So yeah, the company, played dumb. Quietly renamed the kits and blocked anyone who asked questions or brought it up. Sorry. This is not funny. This is supposed to be facts or fiction. Stop laughing, Majie. I need to collect myself. Give me a minute. Okay. I think I'm adequately put back together. Sorry. And I'm sorry to the fans of this company that this sounds like, because we all know what we know. Okay. Anyway, artists, they were tickarood. Understandably so. Their art had been stolen, and the company who stole it is playing dumb, and the people that are trying to speak up, speak out, share information, and spread awareness as to this misdeed were being silenced by the diamond painting mafia. But artists did get screenshots. They took receipts, and the community, the diamond painting community, turned savage. To this day, some of those kits are still out there in people's stashes. Yeah, little pieces of controversy wrapped in poured glue. So, my friends, what do you think? Is this story fact or fiction? As a reminder, please always support your licensed artists. Thank you. Okay, on to story number 3. This next story is the story of the canvas that predicted a death. a woman ordered a custom canvas for her husband, his favorite fishing lake, a gift for his birthday. Oh, well, that's sweet. That sounds a little bit like what I'm doing. It's not a custom canvas, but I'm doing a canvas for some belated. This did not get done by his birthday. Spoiler, staycation spoiler. But this is for Sundown's birthday. I can relate. This is sweet. I'm a little worried about the husband though, because if this is a story about a canvas that predicted death, and now we're starting off with a woman ordered a custom of her husband's favorite fishing hole to do for his birthday, the wife or the husband, one of the two, they're about to get got. That's my prediction. Continuing on though. But when the canvas arrived, the image was, well, it was a little off. The water in the image seemed dull, and the trees looked, I don't know, somehow wrong. Didn't look quite right. And in the corner of the, down by the dock in the corner of the canvas, there seemed to be a blurry figure that hadn't been in the original art photo. Was it perhaps a rendering glitch? Maybe just they added it in a re-edit of the photo before they released the canvases? Well, in any event, she got the canvas. It just felt weird, ominous, and just not quite right. Just little things that were tugging at her noggin noodle as being a little hinky. She just assumed it was some glitch somewhere in the rendering or in the art. Maybe they, released an image that wasn't completed as the exemplar for the canvas or whatever, and didn't really think too much more about it. 2 weeks later, her husband, well, he drowned at that very lake. She didn't touch the canvas after that. I can see why. I don't know that I would have either. But on the anniversary of his passing, she did look at it again. And the blurry figure that had been on the dock that wasn't in the original concept art, well, now it looked like him, standing on the edge of the dock, reaching out. She swears that it changed. A digital mistake or something more? You tell me in the comments down below. Let's see what the fourth and final story for today has for us. Let's put on our investigator hats and find out whether our final story is fact or fiction. Story number 4, the drill spill explosion. Oh boy. We've all been there. This could be a story, from any one of us. I think we've all had a great drill spill explosion. If you haven't, you're lying. I'm telling you. Or if you're newer to diamond painting and you haven't, you just know it's coming. We've all been there more than once, I'm sure. In fact, really, you haven't truly suffered until you've spilled over 2,000 drills in a carpeted room with toddlers and pets. and that maybe arguably needed vacuumed before you sat down. You've been lazy. You've been diamond painting instead of vacuuming. You spill those drills on that floor and you're like, oh no. Let me check my spares. Let me just vacuum these up and go get some spares. But anyway, Michelle, yes, Michelle, a real person, I swears it, was working on a 60 by 80 beast. What a coincidence. Huh? Mine's not 60 by 80. It's considerably bigger, but just like Michelle, working on a beast, me too. So Michelle was working on a 60 by 80 beast while her 2 kids and Loki, the family dog, was zooming around the room. Oh, well, okay. She's a new diamond painter because lesson number 1, moms out there, you can probably back me up on this. Lesson number 1 is we don't diamond paint while the toddler kids are zooming around the room. That's not happening. And if you try, you know what? If you have a drill explosion under those circumstances, you got nobody to blame but yourself. That's just my 2 cents, but moving on. So she's diamond painting, kids, dogs, zooming around the room. When, dun dun dun, hey, thanks, Mush, one tail whipped and boom, her tray flipped in glorious slow motion. She watched her tray fly into the air, drills flying into the air with it. Yee! Ruh-roh, Scooby. Drills landed everywhere. Everywhere. She found drills in the sippy cup. She found drills under the couch. She found them in her brassiere. Yeah, join the club, lady. Join the club. Welcome to diamond painting, where you're going to find drills. You're going to find them in more intimate places than your brassiere someday. I promise you. Again, one of those things that we've all been there. Ask Sundown. Shoot. Okay. In fact, even weeks later, she found drills, get this, inside a kitchen spice jar. Yep. Oh, well, dinner's a little bland. Can we do something to spice this up, honey? Sure. Let me grab the garlic salt. Wait, what's this red drill doing in here? Okay. How it got in there, don't ask. We don't, who can explain it? But again, we've all been there. We know these things happen. She posted the aftermath on TikTok. And that TikTok, it hit over 30,000 views in 2 days. I would say that went mini viral, wouldn't you? Especially for a diamond painting TikTok. Sounds viral-y to me. The comments? Quote, "This is why I drink." End quote. Another comment said, quote, "Drillgeddon 2021." End quote. And yet another comment said, "RIP to that confetti section." So the moral of this story, keep your drills safe, friends. Drillpocalypse is only one step away. What do you guys think? Is this a true story? Did someone have a, I mean, it's not unreasonable to think that there was a drill explosion. We've all been there, finding them in weird places. Also quite plausible. But a TikTok about it going viral? I don't know. And how would a drill end up inside a spice jar? I mean, seriously. I mean, it could. It depends. I guess it depends on the spice jar. But, I mean, you assume that your spices are closed up. So how would drill, got through that and nestled itself in there by dinner time? I don't know. But in any event, yeah, that is our 4th story. The Great Drill Explosion. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think. So, creepy crew, what's your verdict on these stories? Which ones were fact and which were fiction? Drop your guesses down in the comments below. What do you think? Story number 1, the canvas that bled. Is it fact or fiction? Story number 2, the stolen art scandal of 2021. Is that real or total BS? Story number 3, the canvas that predicted death. Is that a truly haunted tale? A sad and unfortunate truth? Or is this totally made up to scare your pants off? You let me know. And story number 4, the drill spill explosion and accompanying viral TikTok. Did that really happen? Or am I just getting really crafty at pulling your chain? Don't forget to drop your comments down in the comment section below. And as always, links to everything that I'm using is down in the description box as well. And yeah, that's it, you guys. I'll reveal the truth in the next episode of Fact or Fiction Diamond Art Edition. And until next time, keep your glue clean, your spares stocked, and your canvases unpossessed. Stay naughty. A very special thank you to our paid channel members. Without you, Whipped Crew, some of this content would not be possible, and I certainly wouldn't be here doing this at all. So thank you so much for all your love and support. I really appreciate it.